Top of the morning to you, Governor. We are the
Bugger Floggers.
That was our British accent.
We're terrible at British accents. We just watched a movie that took place in London, so we had to
try it out. Yeah.
We love British.
Dirty
we love British
dirty
people.
Accents. That's real good. We're the Brother Floggers, and we help you know what to watch and who to watch it with. And today we're reviewing The Last Christmas, which is actually a pretty decent movie.
Decent for a rom-com.
Yes, rom-com.
We're gonna make sure we add that.
Our wives might have different opinions, but we're definitely going to say for a rom-com.
Decent.
Yeah. So this movie follows the story of Kate, who's makes terrible life decisions and is very depressed and in a bad spot.
And a very typical millennial age, which I am as well, type person.
So yeah, Kate, she's in a really bad spot in her life, and she works at a year-round Christmas shop as an elf, which is kind of a fun twist. She just keeps making bad decision after bad decision, and then she meets a guy named Tom, and then everything's happy because he's Malaysian.
It's all it takes to be happy.
Yeah, you just have to find you're Malaysian. She meets Tom, and he's just like a super positive, uplifting person, and she basically thinks it's like too good to be true, but she really begins to make better decisions because of it, and you just kind of see that story unfold.
And that's actually a really cool part about this movie is the progression of the character in this.
Yeah,
because she really is a really bad decision maker. She's just really, but she has a lot of like mental health issues.
She does.
And so, but then she makes this progression.
She's had a lot of traumatic history that's led to the mental health issues.
Right.
But you get to see that the influence of someone who's selfless and caring touches her life and helps her start basically becoming less selfish and focusing on other people. But
that was beautiful.
I know. That's what I said.
Thanks for sharing that. That was good. They represent every single race in the country and the world of London.
Yeah, and sexuality.
And sexuality. There's a little bit of everything.
Not everyone, but lesbian pudding, anyone?
That was one of the best lines for that movie. Since the Spider-Man Far From Home, I've never seen a movie that included more races and cultures of people than this movie did.
Yeah, that's true.
Spider-Man Far From Home, I loved it.
Kind of fits London, though. London is, I think, a pretty good melting pot. It has a lot of melting in it.
Pots that melt.
Yeah, they're all
with lesbian pudding.
Intertwined with the pudding of the lesbians. So there are quite a few political issues that they address in this briefly in the movie, such as immigration. Well, there's obviously the lesbian issue where the parents reject her, mental health issues.
And there's a lot of social issues it talks about as well. A lot of social issues that kids are dealing with, issues within families. I mean, it's really
taking responsibility for your decisions.
And there's a lot of really heavy content as far as that's concerned. It's just a lot of content about political, social, interpersonal. There's just a lot of that kind of heavy content about what's going on in the world today and how people are dealing with it. Yeah, I was surprised by that. Within this romance film,
it's a lot heavier than you might think. It's not just like happy-go-lucky like Hallmark film.
A lot more to it, and it's a lot heavier. And I asked my wife, I watched it with my wife, and that was a great choice because it is a rom-com, so it's funny, it's romantic.
Go with your wife.
Go with your wife or girlfriend.
First date or whatever.
Yeah, this is a good date movie for sure. She said she wouldn't watch it again because it is so emotionally heavy. It's kind of taxing. By the time you get to this end of this movie, emotionally, you're going to be a little bit worn out. You run a marathon in a little bit. Well, like a half marathon.
I don't feel emotions, so I was like, whatever.
Yeah, so it did affect him at all.
Yeah. But they do have a lot of comedy in it, so there's a lot of lighthearted parts. And
that's what offsets the heavy set of the movie is that comedy. And it's good comedy. Like, it's really funny.
It's very, like, millennial style where it's just, like, really random.
Yeah, this whole movie really will play to the younger audience.
Is that a crocodile with pom-poms?
That was the second best line right after lesbian pudding.
I think it's the other way around.
Yeah, that's true. Probably right.
Emilia and Henry, Kate and Tom, they're very charismatic and endearing. Like their personalities, it's very easy to like them.
They have great chemistry. It's a really fun relationship that they have, and they get along really well. And I really like Tom's character. Tom's kind of like a knight in shining armor. He's a noble character who has morals and values.
And he's always riding a bike.
And he's always riding a bike. Were you going to say like a nation?
No, like a knight.
Oh.
Well, all of that is true.
If you've ever been to Asia, just
In Japan, they're full bikes.
He's a very noble character, and she's kind of not. But he sees her potential, and because of him, she reaches her potential. Spoiler alert.
Or does she?
Or does
begins to
she?
reach her potential. But then she becomes a killer at the end.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
She kills everyone. It's a mass murder film at the end.
So that's why it's pretty heavy.
There's a great twist in this movie, and the writing and how this is put together is really made the movie for me, because they do have a twist.
Really does make it so it's not just like cheesy rom-com. It's like, oh, it's more depth and unexpected.
Between the character development and the twist at the end, I did enjoy this movie. I'm not super into rom-coms, but this one I enjoyed because of those components. Emma Thompson, which plays the mom, she's fantastic.
She did a great job.
She's awesome. She's this Yugoslavian lady, and she's also one of the writers. And so that's why it's set in London and all those things, because she's from there.
Yeah, she can't branch out. Just joking.
And so there's Emma Thompson and Emilia Clarke, and just great acting between them, and
she
really
only uses the wand once.
That's to make lesbian pudding.
There's no like nudity or anything like that, but there is a lot of innuendos, and some a couple sexual topics.
Yeah, there's. I would say
they do it like through humor, but it's still obviously very sexual.
I would not feel comfortable with having my teenagers watch it, because there's enough sexual content, and there's a couple scenes that made me feel uncomfortable with my wife being there. And so I think this is a film that is for a rom-com. It's actually pretty clean, and has very low swearing and sexual content, stuff like that. And
at least
dirty
I don't
jokes.
think they swear. It's hard to understand sometimes.
Yes, with the British accent, they could have sworn the whole movie and we didn't know.
The 50% that I understood, there's no swear words.
But there is enough content in there that there's a couple things that'll make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, several like one night stand type stuff, and that you are inferred more than shown. But
yeah, maybe an older teenager, like
19,
20. Wait, teenagers are only 19. Dang it.
Teenagers 20 plus.
Yeah. I really don't think I'd feel comfortable with taking a teenager to this movie. Just because, again, it's all what your standards are. If you're okay with sexual content and have low standards, then you could take your teenager.
Yeah, or if you're, if you don't care
we may edit that out.
If you don't care about your children, you
take
them.
This one. Go ahead. See what kind of parent you are. Leave it in the comments below.
We'll cut that one out. With the heavy social issue nature plus the sexual topics. Right,
because you've got swearing, you've got sexual content, you've got really heavy emotional trauma, family issues.
A lot of family issues.
Yeah, you've got mental health issues. There's just some heavier content that you have to be aware of, and I just don't think younger kids. You have to be just careful, in my opinion, with younger kids watching that kind of content.
Yeah. I would rate this one probably at a 1 thumb up, I think, for me. Because I did enjoy it. Like I said, there were a couple uncomfortable parts, like the sexuality and stuff like that.
I agree. I think I can only give this 1 thumb up. It's good, but it's not one that... If I found it on VidAngel, which we're not being sponsored by yet... Nope. But I would watch this, if I could watch on VidAngel where it could be cleaned up, I would maybe watch it, but it's a question mark. So I would only give it 1 thumb up. Good holiday movie. It's got a lot of Christmas themes, a lot of Christmas content.
The Christmas aspect, though, is kind of sidelined.
It is.
Because the Christmas is more situational than, like, the actual theme.
That's true. It's not a heavy... that's true. Christmas is just a component of it, so they could sell it during Christmas time.
Exactly.
That's what it feels like.
It's a marketing ploy. Yeah. Remember to subscribe and like our channel so you can get more awesome reviews every week and see our pretty faces every other week. Or no, every week. You'd see us if you watched it. If you can comment with a good British accent, leave a comment below.
Also, you can comment on whether or not you like the movie or think rom-coms should be made for Christmas. That's how about that for a comment.
If they should.
Should they be making rom-coms during Christmas? Or is that appropriate for the season?
Their political authority.
Is that really what Christmas should be about? Is rom-coms?
Rom-coms.
Please.
Love and stuff. Come on.
Blah.
It's about getting
Stuff. Lots of stuff.